Welcome to Bitter Coffee. I'm Kelly Coffee.
And I'm Margo Batesy.
Margo, happy Friday.
Happy Friday, Kelly.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'd like to report that I had a pre-show dinner, which is really a lunch.
Yeah, we had a
today,
lunch.
And I did not have an allergic reaction.
I know.
So
Progress.
no, I'm feeling good.
Good.
I feel good. I'm not wheezing. My throat's not closing up.
We kept all onions out of the 5-mile radius around the house.
Nary an onion in my
Yes.
salad. It is, I would say, one of the gloomiest days in Vermont I've seen in a long time. Well, one of the gloomiest weeks. It hasn't stopped
Yeah,
raining.
That's
And I
true.
do know that there's other people around the country and around the world,
Mm-hmm.
but this affects my mood. So I'm going to say, I'm going to consider this a warning. I'm not in the best mood.
Okay.
Just going to say, I'm not the happy-go-lucky gal that I usually am on this show.
Okay.
Feeling a little bit edgy today.
That's good.
Feeling a little, what did I call my mic earlier? Spicy. Feeling spicy. I used to go to an acupuncturist pre-pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the places where she would put needles is between like the bottom of my foot and my toe,
Okay.
like on the bottom of my toe. And I kind of made like, I guess like a sound or like I moved, and she said, yeah, that one's real spicy.
Did it feel good?
You know,
I'm not in the moment.
I will say this. I have never been happier than when I'm getting acupuncture.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I know you've tried to have me go a million times.
Yeah. And I think we got so far as to like, well, maybe text me the number.
No, I reached out, but she wasn't taking patients.
Oh.
And I'm not going to trust this to any Joe Schmo.
Right.
That I can
Okay.
like.
Does Joe Schmo do?
Well, maybe some
Acupuncture?
Joe Schmo does.
Maybe.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
I don't know. Could be.
I feel like this is something that you have to do with a person that's really trusted.
Yes.
Like I'm not like looking up in the yellow pages.
Right.
You know, Acme. You know,
A
acupuncture.
acupuncture. Yeah.
Right.
Like a towing company.
Yeah. No, thank you.
So I have a new hobby.
You do.
Mm-hmm. You know those calls about your extended warranty
Yes.
about to expire?
What do you do when they call you?
I'm on the phone with them.
Are you?
I engage them.
What do they say?
Well, it's really funny because they'll ask me, well, what's the year of your car?
Mhm.
I'll just throw out a year.
Sure. Just
What's the make and model? I don't know. Just make something up.
Yeah.
They want to know how many miles on it. Throw out a number.
Mm-hmm.
Does it have any damage to it? No, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
And I will engage them for about 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will say something like, this car doesn't even exist. And then I'll hang up the phone.
Well, I would ask the question of, why are you asking me all these questions? Shouldn't you know if you're calling me?
And I've asked that. They want to verify it.
Oh, well, how
Mhm.
about you give me the information and I'll verify it?
Right. Well, that's also what I do with the people who want to air quote lower my credit card debt.
Right.
I don't have any credit card debt.
Right.
It's all gone.
Right.
I paid everything off.
Yeah.
In an effort to not have to deal with things like this.
Right.
And so they will call and they will ask how much I have in credit card debt. Again,
No.
I'll throw out a number. What is on a Discover card? I'm like, sure. And so one guy called and he said, well, do you have an outstanding balance on your MasterCard? And I was like, sure, why not? And then he said, you're going to have to answer yes or no. And I was like, you called me.
Right.
I'm going to
What's
answer
with the
however I want.
attitude?
Mhm. So then I made up an expiration date, and then he wanted the last four numbers. And I was like, 5678, thinking that,
Mm-hmm.
he was going to hang up on me. And he said, could you repeat those? And I was like, 5678, dance. And I started laughing. He didn't break.
No.
And then he wanted the number on the back, and just to verify the other numbers, because he had the first four.
Right. Right, because the first four are the same for every MasterCard.
They're the same for everyone.
Well, the first number is the same. So a MasterCard's 5.
Right.
Visa's 4. American
Right.
Express is 3.
Right. So
I
I
don't
didn't
know what
give him
Diners
that.
Club is. But.
Do they even have Diners Club anymore? I don't know. You know, my aunt used to call a credit card charge plate.
Because you put it in the machine and
Yeah.
went like,
It was like carbon copy.
yes.
And
they'd
then
have
you
to
had
like
you
rip
tear
it.
them, and then you got that ink all over your hands.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then later on in the evening, they'd like enter all of that into.
Oh, yeah.
I used to do that when I worked at a hotel in college.
There you go.
We would enter everything later on.
Of course.
And every once in a while, a card would get declined.
Oh, but they're already gone.
They're gone.
They're gone.
Mm-hmm.
They don't do it in real time. Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Yeah, my aunt
No,
would
you
be
reconcile your charges later
Right.
in the day.
right. Cash out.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
My aunt would do this like, I'm gonna use my charge plate.
And it'd be like her store credit card for like Macy's.
Bams. Yep. She had a Bamberger's card,
Of
which she
course.
could use at Macy's. And I think she thought it was because like she was like an important part of like that migration from Bamberger's to Macy's.
No,
Well, they let me use that card here. They told me. I'm like, just you? But no.
probably everyone.
Who knows? So I will harass people who call
I
me
love
to
that.
harass me.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people don't know this, but I am in school full time, and obviously I'm doing that from home. So I've got
You've got some time.
I've got 10 hours of the day. And sometimes I have 10 unsupervised hours. And every once in a while when that phone rings and I see spam risk, I'm running to pick up that phone.
Let me get it.
Hello, 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 hello.
Don't hang up. Don't hang
Yeah.
up. Don't hang up.
I'm here. I'm here. And then one guy said to me, and I can't remember if it was a credit card or my extended warranty that was about to expire, which it's not, by the way,
Right,
just as
right.
long as we're on the topic. So I kind of got into it with him. And again, he said, you're just not answering my questions very clearly. I said, well, maybe it's the way you're asking them. And I said, again, you called me. Maybe you called me at a weird time. Did you even ask
Right.
that? You know what he said to me? You are very randy. And then he hung up on me. Mhm. So I think that's going to be my...
Was he like 112?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, he sounded much younger.
It's weird.
And he sounded like he was calling from outside, like
Hmm.
in his yard or something. So I don't know. But yeah, I was randy, and I don't think he has an accurate definition.
I was just
of
going to
the
say,
word.
I thought Randy
Randy.
meant something different.
It was like saucy.
yeah.
Yeah. Like I was like,
Yeah.
I'm looking for action
Yeah.
with the extended warranty guy. Mm-hmm. You are
Which you
very
aren't.
randy, and then hung up. Mm-hmm. So
Yeah, I think he misused that word.
yeah, I'm spicy and I'm randy. This is what I've taken away from this past
That's-
week.
That's where we're at.
Yep. But it is the second to last week of my first semester.
Correct. Almost done.
Almost, and I have 6 weeks off.
Be nice.
I'm not going to do anything.
No,
I'm going to lay in the backyard.
I was going to say Hammock City.
That's it. I pulled the hammock out. It's out. It's out in the yard today.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of my house,
Mm-hmm.
here's a funny thing. Your parents
Mm-hmm.
are coming to look at an apartment in my building today.
I know they are.
Isn't that crazy?
You guys might be neighbors.
What are the odds?
Well, pretty good.
Okay.
Since I know you and they're my parents, but
Yeah, no,
now that you say
You
it,
know what? You're right. it's not really that far of a walk. Yeah.
but it is kind of funny.
It is kind
And
of
you've
funny.
never met them, so
But you know what I want to say? Like when people, if say your parents move in
yeah,
while the renovations are being done at their place.
yes.
And when people say like, well, who lives upstairs? Margo's parents. Small world, huh? Like I'm going to go a totally different route. What are the odds?
What are the odds?
Mhm. Isn't that crazy?
Ann and Chick in the house.
I'm excited to meet your mom because I have this image of your mom in my head
Mm-hmm.
based on nothing,
Well, you have an image of. I mean, you've seen her picture. Your friends up there on Instagram,
but I've never talked to her.
True.
You know what I mean?
It's like talking to me.
Okay. Okay.
We're similar. We're very similar.
Now, you said today over lunch that you are picking up some of your mom's mannerisms. And I mean,
I think it's natural when you're spending time with each other.
Pretty much.
I haven't for a while, but
I don't think, well, yeah, I'm old. I think I picked up some of my mom's habits that I picked up when she was alive. And I
wasn't sure where we were going.
And I was a little kid, but
Sure.
there's a glare that I do.
Sure.
Like that I think like that's, and if I'm on the phone and I need somebody's attention, you know what I do? I'm snapping. Right?
Yes, you do that.
I do that, don't I?
Yes, you've done it.
Doesn't matter where I am. At work.
I know.
At home. A lot of times when you and I worked together and I was on the phone and he needed somebody's attention.
Definitely snap.
And there was like, I could point
yes.
at the same time.
And I'd be like,
right?
Do you need paper? What do you need? You know?
Half the time I didn't know what I meant.
Pantomime it out.
Right.
You know?
I could have just maybe put the person on hold.
We had that technology, but it was definitely more exciting and fun to just snap, which, you know, I can't do, but.
What's that, girl? Rhymes with what?
I'm like, sounds like 3 words, you know? Yeah. So I think everybody picks up mannerisms and looks from their parents or other people that have been in their lives for, you know, informative years.
I think I'm starting to pick up some of Michelle's mannerisms and she's picking up mine. I mean, I guess that
makes sense.
Just kind of naturally happens.
You guys have been married for a while.
It's been 6 years.
I know. Together total
10. Yeah, 10. Yeah, 10. Okay, here's a weird thing, and I normally don't talk about this. I was talking to somebody the other day. I'm not going to say their name because they listen to the show. Oh, then I want to maybe talk about those weird emails that you and I were talking about last week.
Okay.
On Facebook. The Facebook posts, but maybe not because I'm afraid she might come and get me. Anyway, so I was talking to a friend of mine who is a regular listener of the show. And this person and their spouse, all of their money is together.
Sure.
You see, you do that?
Yeah.
Margo, I don't do that.
That's okay.
Is that weird that I don't?
No.
Okay.
So in our particular relationship,
you have to remember, children.
Well, also we were children when we got married.
Right.
So, I mean, we've been married 24.
That's a long time.
It'll be 23 years. We've been together 28.
Okay. That's a long time.
But yeah, I mean, I was 24 when we got married.
You were a baby. You were a
like
baby.
An infant.
Right.
I was an infant.
Yeah. Like you could not yet rent a car when you got married.
Funny story. So we weren't married yet, but the year before we got married, Dan went into the Marine Corps Reserves. And when he was graduating from Paris Island, I flew down there to meet him for his graduation. His parents had taken the train, strangely, from Massachusetts.
Okay.
And I was trying to rent a car at the airport, and I had one all reserved. I think I was 23 at the time, and I couldn't. And and the guy at the counter was like, well, you can go try them down this road. And another company did let me rent.
Shout out to them.
I don't remember. It was like Sketchy Sketcherson's, you know, car rental or something.
Right. Like an independent.
Yes. Yeah. It was like Bob's or something. But yeah. And
Thanks,
I remember,
Bob.
I know. I remember being like, I'm practically almost married and I can't rent a car.
No. It's 25, which I learned.
Usually, yeah.
I think I was around 25 when I learned that, which was back when the earth was still cooling. So that was a while ago. A long time.
It was a minute.
So here is something that I want to talk about.
Okay.
You and I met a friend out for a drink last week.
I know.
It was exciting, right?
Really exciting. The three of us have not hung out in
easily a year and a half.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was my birthday in 20.
Yeah.
So January of 20.
Yeah. That's right. We had brunch for your birthday.
Yep.
That's right. And not that it's a big deal to meet friends out, but it's a big deal to meet friends out now.
It did feel like
it's like
deal.
a thing. So I made this reservation because that's what they told me to do.
Right.
And they had all these weird stipulations.
They were very aggressive.
They were very aggressive.
Yeah.
Like it was, I want this reservation for 5 people.
Right.
Or however many. 5, 6, 5. It was 5. And I made the reservation, and then I got an email or like a message that popped up on my phone when I hit, submit or whatever, that said, if you cancel this, we're going to charge you some money.
Right.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
So then I confirmed the reservation. And then there was a change in the number of people that were joining us. And I thought, I wonder what's going to happen there.
Right.
Nothing.
Right. Nothing.
Nothing happened.
In
fact, you told me this.
I did tell you because I knew you were worried, and I had a
Which is weird for me to ruminate on something random.
And because you had said to me, I think they're going to charge me. And I was like, they're not going to charge you. It's fine.
Did I really say that?
Yeah, you were.
Did?
You did. You're like, oh my God.
I don't remember like how spun up I got, but.
And I was like, it's all right. It'll be fine. I promise. Like, don't worry about it.
Yep.
And I had a similar experience with that restaurant where we had a big party going there, and our numbers changed, and I was like running interference, and I was like, if I'm going to get charged, just don't make a big deal about it. I want everyone else knowing. I don't want to have hard feelings.
Keep it on the DL. Here's a credit card I don't use very often.
They were like, it's okay. It's fine.
But they kind of set you up for like, there's a lot of rules to follow.
There are. But then after you mentioned, because you kept saying like, we only have the table for X amount of time.
Because that's what they said.
Well, I recently made a reservation for Dan's birthday out at a completely different establishment.
Okay.
And because reservations are like king now. Like,
yeah, they are.
You really have to get your ducks in a row early.
Yeah.
And so I made it. His birthday's in August. And similarly, on the email confirmation that I got,
was it resi.com?
It was one of those things. It was like, you'll have your table for this amount of time.
Yep.
Blah, 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 blah. Although I didn't even really feel like when we went out, and we were really just having drinks and appetizers, but I didn't feel like she was actually rushing us along.
No. So
I think we were rushing ourselves more.
Well, because I was under the impression that we only had this table for an allotted time, which I think as we're moving away from the pandemic would make sense.
Right.
That we still have to kind of regulate how often we're out indoors versus outdoors and whatever. What I did notice, because we had like our person who would... Like she dropped off the menus.
Yep.
And she brought us around to drinks. And then every time appetizers were brought to the table, of which there was no shortage, by the way.
No.
It was a different person.
It was.
Right?
Yeah.
It was like, no. Let me take it over. Or alternatively, can you do me a favor? Can you go over there?
Right. I'm not really sure which way.
Because the old lady in the middle is like, she thinks she's funny and she's not. So can you just, I'll split the tip with you.
I do love that our friend that we met totally got carded.
Morgan Wagner was carded at Waterworks.
Horrified. And then I kept trying to make something like, you're not going to ask for my ID?
I know.
And she was like not having any of it.
Nope.
Like just did not even look in my direction.
No, I think I made a comment like, let me get my wallet. And it was
nothing.
It was like
deadpan.
Like nothing. I was behind a wall that was soundproof.
Yes.
Because she's probably heard it all.
I know.
Right?
I know.
And I'm at a point in my life where like I make what I guess could be considered like not necessarily a dad joke, but like
kind of,
right?
Yeah.
Like I will say, hot enough for you? Like an idiot.
I was just telling a dad joke last night. So my papa used to, every time we'd be sitting at a restaurant and the waitress would come and say, can I get you anything else? He would inevitably say, yeah, I'll have a bushel of 20s.
Okay.
Every time.
Okay.
And
a bushel.
A bushel.
Yep.
So it's like a bushel and a peck, Papa. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
And every single time. And so my dad and my mom and I were like rolling our eyes in memory of this. And Dan and Grace and Mary were like, that's a great joke. Like, that's hilarious. And I was like,
Fresh
oh, no,
material.
no, guys.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot start doing that to poor waitresses and waiters. Like, we have to stop that.
What's their response?
Oh, they always like laugh, like, oh, you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. If only.
Right.
Kind of thing. Yeah.
Like, if you find one, give me some.
Right.
Like,
I'll split it with you.
Yeah.
You know what mine is? You know what my go-to is? And I do this all the time. This is, again, why I'm surprised that Michelle even agreed to marry me, because this is what I do. This is how I conduct myself when I'm out in public. I will, like, hand the person my credit card or my debit card or whatever. You know what I say? Stolen card. Is that okay? Because I think it's hilarious every single time. So
Michelle's like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's not stolen. She's
that's
like,
that's
yelling.
our name.
Yeah,
it's fine.
And then so she paid for something with cash the other day, and did we talk about Eeyore? The cash register person that I had to deal with a couple of weeks ago.
You and I talked about it.
Okay. I don't think we talked about it on the show, did we? I don't know. I don't want to get into it. There was a woman that I thought I was being friendly, and she wasn't being nice at all. So she missed all my hilarity. So if Michelle pays for something with cash, okay. So first of all, if I pay for something with cash, you know what I say? Old school. Like, again, like an idiot. And then if Michelle pays for something with cash, oh no, you know what? Check those bills. And then I will upgrade to, I think the ink is probably still wet on those bills.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So now like the register person and Michelle are both like, can you just shut up?
Seriously.
Go wait in the car.
Does Michelle just like fish out her keys and like hand them to you?
She has done that on several
with,
occasions.
No words.
Yeah. And
like,
I think she's just like showing me like, hey, shiny thing.
No.
To kind of distract
she's like,
me.
Go in the car.
Yeah.
So funny.
I think it's really funny. But I think if somebody were to do that to me,
you'd be annoyed.
Yeah. I would just shut up. What else okay. I do have a thing that's kind of bothering me. And I asked one of the people that has one of these devices if they could walk me through the rationale behind it.
Okay.
And they don't have an answer.
Okay.
So, those Peleton commercials? Well, let me back up. Do you have a Peleton bike?
I do not.
Okay.
I have considered getting one, but they're super pricey.
Yeah, they're like $10,000.
I don't know, but
I don't know.
Just a lot.
I'm just making up a number.
Sure.
So on the commercials,
hey, Peleton, if you want to sponsor us, we're down.
Dear Peleton. So I assumed that like the people that are like doing the yelling,
like the instructors,
they keep on saying things on these commercials like, "Come on, Peleton, you got this," and "Let's go, Peleton." So my question is, and maybe I just assumed that. I don't know. Are we rooting for the person or are we rooting for the bike?
I think we're rooting for the people riding the bike.
And they're called Peleton.
I don't know. I mean, I would think they would be called like Peleton Nation or Pelotoners or something like that. But I know what you say. It's like, hey, Peleton.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Come on, Peleton, you got this. And it's like, well, I'm a bike. Yeah, I got this.
But I think it's like, so Peleton and all their classes are based off of all of those spin classes in big cities where the rides are
Soul Cycle.
Yeah, all of those places. So I think that it's sort of, they have to say something because they don't know who's in their class. Like they can't, do they see the names? Maybe they do. If it's a live ride, they probably do.
I don't know. But wouldn't you be like, let's go, bitches? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like something more like
maybe
team building.
I don't know that bitches is team building.
Okay.
But sure. I mean, I get what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
I do. Yeah.
See, and I'm the person, like, I do have a spin bike in my garage.
Right.
And
do you yell at yourself?
No.
Okay.
But what I do is I will either have my phone or my iPad, like, on the handlebars of my spin bike. And I'll yell at that screen.
Okay.
because of what I'm watching on television. So
What do you usually watch when you're spinning?
that's a really great question. What I
Yeah.
have been watching lately, it's a mix of Handmaid's Tale, Jesus Christ,
Okay.
Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, like circa like
Similar show.
Lisa Rinna.
She's still on.
She's still on, but like her first
Okay, her
season
first
on the
season.
show.
Okay.
And she was just really funny.
Okay.
And what else do I watch? That's pretty much Top Chef.
You always watch Top Chef.
That's my go-to.
I know. It's like your comfort food.
It is. It's my
Mhm.
comfort show,
Mhm.
100%. And when a season is over, you know what I do? Go back and watch it again.
So, do you have a favorite season? You just watch like one season?
My favorite season is season 2. With Marcel.
Interesting.
Yeah. And Betty. Yeah. I mean, I could rattle them all off, but I won't. So yeah. So now I just admitted that I'm on my spin bike in my garage and I'm yelling at my phone. See, this is why I need maybe a little bit of supervision during the day.
Yeah.
To keep me from doing that.
Right.
Well,
but I mean, you're not hurting anybody yelling at your phone. It's fine.
No, you're right. I'm probably
It's
not.
all good.
So,
you could do Peloton rides without having a Peloton bike. You could just download the app and do them off your phone. And then you could see what the whole thing is about.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What a time to be alive, huh?
I know.
Okay. All right. Maybe I'll try that.
I mean, I'm not saying, I think you eventually would have to pay for the subscription, but
Right.
But I bet you there's a free trial out there somewhere and you could do a little market research for us.
I could.
I don't know. I mean, I clearly don't spin, so I can't help
you. If anything, I want to try and scale back the things that I subscribe to. So I'm not going to lie, and I think you know this about me. During the pandemic, I subscribed to everything.
We all ratcheted up our subscriptions.
We did, right?
It was necessary.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And people that listen to the show know this. I was alone in this house.
Correct.
For a really long time. And when I say alone in this house, there was a time where there weren't even other people in the other units in the building.
Right. Just like it was like you and Poppy.
It was just me and a 4.5-pound chihuahua.
Who sometimes gave you the cold shoulder.
Yeah. If he didn't get his way.
Right.
Or if I was on his part of the couch, forget it.
Would not look at you.
Nope. No. If I tried to take his picture.
Forget about it.
He doesn't like having his picture taken.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
I don't either, Poppy.
Neither do I.
I know.
See, I thought Poppy got it from me. It makes sense. But I subscribed to a bunch of stuff because I really had nothing else to do. Nobody had anything. It's millions of people. We're all in the same boat. Where do I start scaling back? You know what I mean?
It's tricky.
Because every time I'm like, oh, I'm going to get rid of Paramount Plus.
Then another season of the challenge comes out.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do?
Yeah, what are you going to do? Or do I get rid of HBO Max?
Then a good movie comes out that you can only see there.
Like what? The new season of the show that I can't remember now. Jennifer Aniston and Reese Witherspoon.
That's Apple TV.
Oh, son of a bitch. Okay. So maybe I will get rid of HBO Max.
But you know what?
If I don't even know what's on it.
Is Succession. Isn't that HBO?
Oh, that's HBO.
Right?
All right. All right.
Apple TV. So Morning Show is coming back.
Morning Show.
On
September.
Apple TV. Yep. Have you watched Ted Lasso yet?
No, but everybody's telling me to watch Ted Lasso.
Well, the second season's coming out at the end of this month.
Okay. You seem aggravated a little bit.
I told you months ago,
process
and it's
this
hilarious.
With you. Okay.
I love it.
I'm sorry.
I'm obsessed. Well, it marries my two loves, comedy and Premier League soccer.
Okay. All right.
Not really my two loves.
I believe you.
You were like, yes.
No, you're right.
Yes.
You are absolutely right.
And Jason Sudeikis.
He is
so
funny. No, he is heartbroken, right?
No, not anymore.
But
he has a new girlfriend.
Oh, because now Olivia Wilde is dating
Harry Styles.
Yeah. They're real easy on the eyes, aren't they?
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
How pretty are those two?
I know.
It's a little ridiculous.
I know.
I mean, Harry Styles is just beautiful.
That's perfection.
Yeah.
Right? Now,
When he rolls up with like a cardigan and some pearls on,
I was just going to say, and
love
like a
it.
string of
I
pearls.
love it.
Mm-hmm.
He's beautiful.
Yep. Maybe a painted nail. Mm-hmm. I wanted to talk to you about our recent pedicure.
Okay.
I didn't want to say anything to you, but there was a woman who was sitting to your right.
Uh-huh.
I don't think she appreciated us. Did you notice the woman sitting next to us?
Oh, she didn't think we were funny?
Mm-mm. But we weren't even talking about anything that was funny.
I was gonna say, I thought we were trying to be quiet.
Like, we walked in and I saw an eye roll. Mm-hmm.
What did we do?
Nothing. I guess we're just our mere existence.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. She seemed really annoyed that we were
like
there.
greeting people and like saying hi to people. I mean,
it's what we do.
We know them.
Yeah.
We know all the people that work there.
We know everybody that
They're
works
our
there.
friends.
How am I going to not say
hi?
Hi, Cindy.
Right. Hi, T. What's
Mm-hmm.
up?
How you doing?
How are the girls?
Right? Exactly.
Is everyone well?
What are you doing for the 4th of July?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean,
can we get into your 4th of July a little bit?
Sure.
What happened?
So we were supposed to go out to see the fireworks on a boat with some friends. They were up from New Hampshire on a boat for like a week. And I don't think they stayed on the boat the entire week.
Okay, that was my next
They
question.
had hotel rooms, but they would go out on the boat
Okay.
during the day. But our Vermont weather was not cooperative and it was cold and rainy.
Yeah, it was.
And so the first night we were supposed to go into Burlington to see those fireworks. And around 4:30, 5 o'clock, we begged off. We just said, you know what? It just doesn't look fun.
Yep.
To go. Because I was cold. I don't know about you, but on the 3rd, it was cold in my house.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said
it was
to
a
Dan,
pants day. It was a pants day.
Could we put the furnace on?
Oh, okay.
And he was like, don't be ridiculous. Go put on a sweatshirt.
Feels like a no.
And some socks.
But
it was
you
chilly.
You just had a petty. I know. You know what I mean? You want that to dry properly.
Right. But I did put a hoodie on, so I was warmer.
You're not a monster.
I almost put my skeeter on. But, meanwhile, I forgot. Skeeter tent sale today.
Oh, boy. That's today? Do you want to go now?
No, I mean.
Do you want to wrap this up?
We're in the middle of a show.
I mean, I could vamp.
It's okay. So, and then the people wanted us to go on the boat the second night for fireworks in Colchester.
Okay.
And we're like, like begging us, like sending us videos, like, come on the boat. It's so much fun.
Oh.
And again, it kind of got cold and rainy by the end of the day.
Yeah.
And we were like, no, thank you.
It was like Halloween weather.
It was so cold.
Yeah.
I mean, really and truly, I like going on a boat. A boat ride is fun. I think watching fireworks on a boat are really fun because I'm not a huge fan of the big crowds.
Yeah, same.
So you're on the water, you're sort of, cozy in your own boat, but not when it's raining.
No, thank you.
So yeah, we just had to pass on that.
Yeah. I'm not a real big. Yeah, I mean, I've never been like a fireworks person.
Yeah, I enjoy them. I enjoy them under the right circumstances.
Okay.
Like for many years over the 4th of July, we would go away with our friends from Massachusetts and we would go to like a resort, like a hotel that you were at.
Yep.
You basically, drove your car in, you ate all your meals there.
That was it.
All sorts of stuff to do. Like hung out. I always had fun at fireworks displays there.
Okay.
Because, you'd get your spot on the porch.
Yeah.
Everyone would hang out. They'd be serving drinks. You'd have some appetizers. It was really fun. Didn't feel stressful. No one was getting into a car afterwards.
Good.
Bumper to bumper traffic. That type of thing I think is fun.
Yeah.
I always feel like if I would have gotten married in the summer, I would like to have fireworks at my wedding.
Oh, wow.
But again, I like to watch the fireworks. I just don't like the whole thing of like going to the fireworks.
Okay. So if people could bring the fireworks to you,
I would love it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Without like a lot of travel.
Correct.
See,
and
that
I don't
makes
want
sense
to
to
be
me.
like, I don't want anyone to have I don't want to be in danger of getting hurt by said fireworks either. I want professionals to be in charge of them.
Yeah.
I don't want that like embers to be flying into a crowd.
Yeah.
All of that makes me very nervous. I do not allow my children to use sparklers.
Mhm.
Never have.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's
Oh,
your
no,
line
no,
in
no,
the
no,
sand.
no.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Here, child, hold a flaming stick. No. No,
All
thank
right.
you.
All right.
Nope. Got burned one time when I was little.
Oh, you did?
Never again.
Okay. Lesson learned, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't play with that kind of danger.
There's a guy in my neighborhood.
Mm,
I'm just going to say that he and I don't have the best relationship.
okay.
Just going to say that. We
Sure.
had a bit of an interaction about a year ago
Familiar.
when he was playing some loud music.
Mm-hmm.
So I was in my living room, I don't know, a couple of days before the 4th. And luckily my dogs don't really respond
Well, that's good.
negatively to fireworks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know I mean,
Henry does.
I bet.
Mm.
Well, you know,
He's a scad.
yeah, he's just a high-strung man.
Mm.
So I heard this explosion, and I'm being dramatic, but it sounded like an explosion. So I automatically think, oh, that's a car backfiring. But then, you know,
Except cars don't do that.
cars don't do that anymore. It's not like somebody's like cranking up their Model T. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wearing like a top hat. You know what I mean? And there's
like a running start.
Exactly.
Start the car.
And then and then like their friend is like in the car with like a parasol. You know what I mean?
Like a coonskin.
Like very old timey. So
Big fur coat. And a boater.
they were going to get their big Trolla fixed. So I heard this noise.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I do what any normal person does. I kind of like halfway look out my curtain and then like, you know, sons of bitches do it. Well, there's nobody out there. And then I go back to what I'm doing.
Like talking to yourself.
To myself.
Right.
And Poppy.
Right.
And Pork Chop was over too. So maybe 10 minutes later, same sound, even louder.
Oh.
So this, you know, now I have to go and investigate.
Sure.
And I opened up my apartment door
Mm-hmm.
and everybody from all the neighboring houses were all converging in the street. You know I love a riot.
You do.
I love any kind of like unrest.
Yes.
Where like I want to get
like,
people more
hang on, everybody.
spun up.
Let me go get my picket signs.
Exactly. I have one for you and for you and for you and for you. This one doesn't have a wooden handle on it anymore.
But
you
you
just
can
hold it up.
Norma Ray style.
Exactly. So it was the guy whose property I'm not allowed to go on because
well, that's expired.
Complain. It is. Yeah, I could go walk across his lawn
not,
right now.
Probably not the best time.
Not a great idea.
Nope.
What he was doing though, he was taking M80s, and either he or one of his friends were lighting them and then throwing them over a fence where they couldn't see what was on the other side of the fence. And
So
it's like a vacant lot
still
across the street. Everybody in the neighborhood got so
up in arms.
spun up. And there's a woman that I've never talked to before.
Mm-hmm.
And she lives like, I don't know, like on like same side of the street, but like across the street, like on the corner. So she's basically just screaming at the fence, which is up against the back side of this house where this fireworks came from. She's screaming, yelling his name, and you don't know what the F you're doing, and blah, blah, blah.
Oh my God.
So, you know, I'm like, I know. You know, like I'm just
like kind of hanging back because
like
you
I
don't want to engage too much.
I don't want to engage too much, but I do do want to like engage her to the point where like I'm throwing gas on a fire.
Yes.
So everybody in the neighborhood is complaining about how much of a jerk this guy is. And so, you know, everybody kind of goes back to their respective homes. And I'm walking Pork Chop a little bit later. And wait, it was the following day.
Okay.
It was the following day. And I'm walking Pork Chop and I walk by her house and she and her husband are outside. And I've never talked to them before. But now I think
you're bonded.
We're totally bonded. So I said, you know, hey, as I'm walking by. And I said, hey, thanks for, you know, your help yesterday with the fireworks guy. So she and her husband come over. They introduce themselves. They can see like my backyard, like my fence, the newly installed fence. So we talked about that. And the husband was like, what does that run you? If you don't mind me asking. So, we talk shop a little bit.
Right.
And, well, who did that for you?
Yeah.
So, give him the name
Give
and
some
whatever.
names.
And again, I pulled one of this. This is the kind of thing that old people say.
Mm-hmm.
I will say this. They're great once you can get them to come to your house.
Because you're like 80.
Exactly. Just me and my walker and my 12-year-old dog.
Go out to my car, give you my cane.
Exactly.
Yes, I have one in my car.
And he was like, "Yeah, I know what you mean."
Right.
So I'm talking to both of the neighbors, and I said, thanks again. It was alarming. I didn't expect that volume of fireworks. So you know what she says, and it's my new favorite term. So she said, "Yeah, I was out here, doing some garden whenever, and I had a shag ass around the corner."
What does it even mean?
I'm like, "What?" I'm like, so I didn't know what to say. I was like, "Oh, all right,
Yeah.
sure, yeah, same." Shagged ass out of my house. So now I'm thinking, all right, I have to get her to say it again.
Right.
Because did I misunderstand what she said? Did I hear her correctly? So we, talked about the fence some more and about, just the neighborhood in general and the tenants that used to live in her house before she and her family decided to move back in. They rented it out for a while.
Sure.
And then they decided to move back in, and it was a whole thing. And then she said, "Yeah, I was ready to, middle of the night, I was just ready to just go over there and just, shag ass and get her out of here." So
now she's used it 2 different ways.
2 different ways. So what I think it means, I mean, if I'm from the UK,
it definitely means one thing.
It's like one very specific thing. Shag ass.
Very specific.
Exactly. Double bells on that.
Right.
Here,
apparently in your neighborhood, it
means maybe to do something quickly.
I guess.
Right?
I guess.
So I cannot tell you, again, my wife is a saint. I can't tell you how many times I've used that term. And like once recently, I yelled it across the store. We were in Bed Bath & Beyond, which I will get into because there was an incident.
Always.
And I said, "I'm going to go shag ass over here and see if they have whatever I was looking for."
And she was like,
she just walked away.
Yeah.
And I yelled it like near the towels.
Oh, dear.
So it's like kind of near the registers.
Yep.
It's kind of a high traffic
and
area.
everyone's like looking.
Yeah.
Was it busy?
It was
not busy.
It was 10:15 on a Sunday.
Pretty busy.
So yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like me. It was so funny because when I'm in the parking lot of Bed Bath & Beyond, which I was calling it Triple B, Michelle was getting really annoyed with me. Again.
You weren't just calling it that. You were hollering it.
I would Triple B.
Yeah.
Yeah. Michelle asked me where we're going. What? Triple B. All afternoon. So I bought a bunch of stuff that I didn't need.
As you do.
Yep. I made it maybe like a half of an aisle in, and I asked a question, and we had basically like a personal shopper for the rest of the time.
I don't know how you get those people. I can't beg, borrow, steal to get someone to help me in those stores.
Do me a favor. Next time you go in there, ask for Shannon.
Okay. All right.
This isn't her. She has another job, Margo.
Oh. Okay.
She's an accountant.
Oh.
Okay.
Wow.
At a university.
Okay.
Exactly. I didn't ask her what she did.
She offered it.
And Michelle does this thing. She will use the person's name. "Thank you so much, Shannon." I'm like, "Are you guys friends?" No, it's in a goddamn name tag. I don't think people are comfortable with you using their name.
Their given name.
It's fine. So I get up to the register and I bought a bunch of stuff.
Sure.
And the previous day, because what I did, I wanted to go in there for a vacuum. So
right.
I
You said you needed one.
Bought the vacuum online.
You were just picking it up.
Just doing a swing in. Just a quick little swing by. No. I get a cart and I'm buying stuff that I don't need. And then I comment on how much more room the store has. It's easier for an idiot like me to move the cart around because I'm always flying into something. And I thought it was like a conscious decision.
Yeah.
No. They don't have anything. Okay. All right.
Shannon told you this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's not like we even have anything in stock. Cool. But what you do have, you're going to put in my cart, I'm assuming, which she did.
Right.
So I get up to the register and I had signed up for like that weird coupon thing that everybody signs up for. I have to wait 24 hours. It's like a waiting period. Right? It was like I've decided to sign up for these 20% off coupons, or like I've decided to like terminate a pregnancy. I got to wait 24 hours.
Weird.
Think about it.
So strange.
Let's take a step back. You've given us a lot of information.
Yeah.
Let's see if this is really something that we want to do on our end. So when I got to the store, I showed her the text message that said like, yeah, you can get your first. Nope. Can't do anything. So she said, if you get an email or a text within 2 weeks, come on back. We'll give you the 20% off.
Couldn't she just use like a store coupon?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So she wasn't helpful. Not Shannon. It wasn't Shannon.
It was someone else.
I want to be very clear. So the next day, guess what I got?
Got the email.
Sure did. I got an email from Triple B.
Right.
I'm trying to make it a thing, but it's not going to work.
Catch on.
Damn it.
Sorry.
So you know what I do? I drive to Williston.
Did they do a price adjustment?
No. What? Because the text message that I got was only for 20% off one item.
You got to be careful with that.
I know. Nobody told me that.
There's also, my mom said though that you can get like some subscription and you pay like once a year and you get
pay $29 and then you get 20% off if you spend over $100.
I think that would work in your favor because I feel like you guys are at Triple B a lot.
That's what I ended up doing. So I paid $29 to get $56 back.
Well, you're already ahead at this point.
I am.
And if you use it for the rest of the year, it's free money.
Okay.
I mean, not really free.
It's not, but okay. No, I see what you're saying though. But a little bit of a situation with the manager. I didn't turn into a Karen.
Good.
So I asked the first person that says, you next person online, had my receipt. She said, yeah, I can do that. Just have to get a manager.
Okay.
Cool. Gets a manager. She's like
11.
I was going to say 9, but I didn't want to be mean. No, we can't do that. Well, okay. If I could
yesterday,
right.
They said I could, blah, blah, blah.
Maybe we could start with basics. Maybe I could, I don't know. You can allow me to finish my sentence. And well, I'm just saying, I'm just telling you, hands up. You know what I mean? Very like.
So she definitely graduated first in her class in manager school.
Yep. At Triple B University. And Triple B. See, it's catchy.
It
right?
is a little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit.
But just a heads up, if you do scream it at your spouse,
you're
not gonna get the laughter. You're not gonna get like a really positive response.
Okay.
So anyway, so I don't know if I've harmed my relationship with Bed Bath & Beyond. Because things were going great.
Yeah, you guys were there all the time.
Somebody throwing stuff in my cart the other day. Come on back. We'll give you the 20% off. Lies. So either I'm misinterpreting what people are telling me or somebody's not being honest with me.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a combination of both. I don't know.
Usually those coupons are for 20% off one item.
Okay. Well, nobody told me that.
You got to read the fine.
$29 lesson.
But how's the vacuum? That's the real question.
The vacuum is amazing. And okay, this is how old I am. I pretend that, it's a stolen credit card. Ha ha ha. Because, I did that at Triple B.
Did you?
Sure did.
Oh my God.
No, it's not. That's what the women said. No, it's not. What I really like is people say, I don't care. All right.
Let's see what this baby can do.
Yeah. Why don't you buy yourself a little something?
Want those Jolly Ranchers?
Right.
Throw a few
Swedish fish. Swedish fish, everybody.
Orange whip. Orange whip. Orange whip.
3 orange whips. Oh my God, it's a movie we've both actually seen.
I know.
Wow. Now I lost my train of thought. Oh, but you know what? It doesn't even matter anymore. Just doesn't matter anymore.
Doesn't matter.
Well, I am thinking about getting ready to meet your parents.
I know.
This is exciting. What time is it? They're going to be here soon. Oh my God, it's 4:00. All right.
Yeah.
I would like to thank our sponsors. First and foremost, I would like to thank the Polarity Foundation, whose generous grant makes this show possible. Mm-hmm. I want to thank Doggy Styles. Oh my God. See, I can't talk.
It's okay.
Doggy Styles bang. Grommy grom. Doggy Styles. Or alternatively, Doggy Styles Dog Grooming, located at 925 Roosevelt Highway in Colchester. You can text or call them at, I cannot read my own writing, 802-654-7387. Want to thank our sponsor, Amanda Jones, Things for Things. Give her a call and send her a text. Probably not both. Do one or the other.
One or the other.
610-733-9158. And I want to once again encourage everybody to check out Dailywood Radio, Daily WOULD Radio. Easiest way to access their station is to just go to dailywood.com, dailywoodradio.com, and there's a link and you can connect it to your Alexa and your Google Play and all that stuff.
All the things.
I thank you.
Thank you
for chatting with me today. And I guess you want to just shag us out of here?
Let's just shag us.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Talk to you next time.